When you're in California doing a story about electric cars, you gotta rent an electric car, go for a cruise. 10 miles an hour on the freeway. Not exactly what I had in mind.
Unlike the speed of traffic in Los Angeles, the sale of electric vehicles in the US is really moving. Last year, Americans bought 1.4 million of them. More electric vehicles means fewer greenhouse gas emissions that warm our planet. But there's a downside. There are not enough publicly available electric chargers to juice all those cars up.
So I've got an app. I'm gonna find us a charger.
Okay.
That means in California, the state with the most EVs, finding a charger that's working and also available
Someone's in it.
can be a challenge.
They're all in use. It's definitely blocked. There are no chargers here.
One way to address the EV charging gap is better maintenance of the chargers we do have.
Charger that you thought you were going to use to refuel your vehicle is actually inoperable. So one of the—
That's a problem.
That's a problem, right? That's a huge problem.
Walter Thorne is with a small company called Charger Help. They train workers to service a variety of charging equipment owned by different companies, and frequently, techs discover that a charger is out of order before the charging company even does. The pain is real. J.D. Power found 35% of EV drivers in Miami had visited a charger where they were unable to actually charge. In Denver and Dallas, that number was 29%. And other research found 28% of the chargers in the San Francisco Bay Area did not function properly. Charger Help collaborated with the federal government in developing a new standard that says chargers will have to work 97% of the time.
We know that reliable charging infrastructure is a critical piece of a successful transition.
Right there, you see the sign?
I'm on the map, but it's not on the map. Losing a little bit of patience right now.
2 years ago, federal lawmakers approved $5 billion to spur the construction of a national network of 500,000 publicly available electric charging ports by 2030. That would help fill the gap. But since the law passed, there's been a lot of plans, but few chargers.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Melissa Lott is an energy policy expert at Columbia University.
So you can't just put a charger anywhere. You have to pick certain places and make sure the infrastructure behind it, all the stuff that's invisible to us on the day-to-day, is actually there and ready to go. And that takes time.
To keep up with growing EV sales, experts estimate, in addition to all the private chargers at homes and offices, the US will need 1.2 million publicly accessible chargers by 2030. Today, there are about 160,000, which means we'll have to build the equivalent of what we have right now every year for the next 6 years. Lott says when it comes to climate change, there is a lot riding on quickly building out a national charging network.
The slower we go, the bigger the impacts of climate change that we're going to see.
The city of Los Angeles is taking a novel approach to closing the charging gap, installing chargers on light poles on city streets. Because the electric infrastructure, it's already there.
At most, we'll have to change fuses or do structural retrofits.
Miguel Sangalang is the director of LA's Bureau of Street Lighting. So far, his team has installed about 725 light pole chargers and says the city's streetlights can support a total of 3,000 or 4,000 more.
We're going to be that public option for people to have access to it on the right of way for everyone.
I think we should go back over there.
Charger.
I mean, we're charging, baby.
I'm David Schechter, CBS News.